my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today is sort of a continuation of my previous travel videos. I showed you packing my suitcase for a week, and in that video I mentioned that I could show you my makeup bag because I do have a week's worth of makeup and skincare all in one little bag in my suitcase packing video. So I'm going to break that down for you really quickly here. The first thing that goes into my makeup bag are my eyeshadow palettes. These are two palettes that I built. I have a whole video about the shadows that are in here, why I chose, what I chose, swatches, all that. So that will be linked in the description box if you want to see more about these palettes. But those are the only two palettes I need. I have a colorful shadow palette, a neutral shadow palette, and I use pretty much all of these shades in a week, and I get so many different looks that I really love. Next, I am going to do a face palette as well. Hourglass made my perfect face palette a couple years ago. It's one of their older holiday palettes. Now, if you don't have a perfect face palette for you, you can always build your own palette too. Let me know if that's something you want to talk more about in another video. But this really is just like my perfect face palette. I have a setting powder, two bronzery shades, two blushy shades, and a highlighter, and that's really just perfect for what I need. And I may find a way to add a little bit more face color in later, but this is really the main face powder palette that I need. Next, I have this awesome little contraption. This is like a silicone case for my sponge. It has these little vents on the side, so if your sponge is wet, it is able to get a little bit of air circulation, so it keeps your sponge from getting funky and moldy. And it's squishy, so it packs really well. It doesn't take up too much space, but it has enough structure to it that it protects your sponge and keeps your sponge from getting squished. And it also keeps your sponge from getting other makeup products stuck to it, like stray powder and whatnot. So I really love this little case. It's kind of extra maybe, but it's a great little travel item, and it's perfect now that I am back in that sponge life. Next, I'm going to pack my face base products. I especially love traveling with this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye foundation because it's easy to layer up, especially with my NYX Bear With Me concealer serum. It has a little bit of SPF, and because it's in this plastic tube packaging, it travels really well. It packs well, especially compared to like a bulkier, heavier glass or big plastic foundation packaging. I have, of course, a mini sunscreen. I actually travel with several of these, but I'll put one in my makeup bag as my primer, and then I'll have one in my purse, I'll have one in my backpack. So I need a lot of SPF all the time, but especially when I travel, I go with these minis. And like I mentioned, I will put a little bit of extra face color in here. I love a cream blush, and I've really been loving this one from Cosmetics. It's in the shade Demure, and it layers really nicely with the blush shades in my Hourglass palette. So that's a nice way to get some different cheek looks going on for travel without packing a ton of blush compacts. This next category, I'm sure a lot of you will relate, and that is lip colors. I tend to be a lip color overpacker. With this particular trip, I could really justify 4 different lip products. One is just purely a skincare type of product. I love my Laneige lip glowy balms. I can't go anywhere without them, and frankly, when I travel, I put one in my travel makeup bag and I have one in my purse too, so I stan a lip glowy balm. And then for my lip colors, I decided to go with 3 different formulas and also 3 different colors. That way, I feel like I'm not just packing the same thing over and over again. So I have a nice, comfy, creamy lipstick. This is the ColourPop Glowing Lip in the shade Indulge Me. This is just like the everyday, comfy, go-to little nudie type of shade. Then I take a liquid lip in a little bit bolder shade. This is going to be more of like a date night vibes type of lip color. This is the NYX Smooth Whip. It's my favorite one. It's a shade Faux Fur, and this has that perfect rusty sort of brick red type of look. So it's still not really, really bright and bold, but it's definitely a deeper lip color compared to the lipstick that I packed. Lastly, I have this NYX Fat Oil Lip Drip, lip oil, shiny, kind of sparkly, glossy lip. This is the shade Follow Back. This is also a very easy, comfy, go-to type of lip color, and it feels really nourishing. I can wear it even without any makeup, but I can also put a little dab of this on top of my ColourPop glowing lip if I wanted to just shine it up a little bit, gloss it up a little bit. So those are the lip products that I'm taking with me. I feel like I have a good range, but I'm not overdoing it. And they're all tried and true, well tested, well loved type of products. So I know that I will end up using all of them in a week's time. Of course, I need an eye primer. This is my new holy grail ride or die. It's the Ulta matte eye primer. Then I'm going to pack this Cosmetics Cushion Foundation. This is great for a little bit lighter coverage, or I can layer this with my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. I particularly like that cushion foundation for like a midday touch up because it is so thin and light and layers well. Need an eyelash curler, need a mascara. I'm also bringing my favorite setting spray. I realized that I could just transfer this to a smaller bottle, and probably if I was going on a longer trip, I would do that. But it's not hot girl summer, okay? It's lazy girl summer. So I'm just throwing the whole bottle in here. And you'll see at the end, I do still have space left over. I frankly could put more things in this bag. So it's not like I'm packed to the gills with this particular set of makeup that I'm packing. I'm not quite done with the makeup portion, but for the large compartment of this bag, I am going to be adding my skincare and some other toiletry items that didn't make it into my carry-on. I do like to have some sort of backups in each place just in case, because I did check my suitcase. So I'm going to take a little Ziploc baggie, and in here I'm going to add some fragrance. So I have a little small perfume. I have this mini sample. This is the Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt, the Commodity Milk Personal, just like a little travel size, and then a mini Lumi cream deodorant. I love my Lumi cream deodorant. I tell everybody about it, like maybe a weird amount. Then I'm also going to add some small skincare items. These are from like sets. They're a little bit larger than sample size, but a bunch of different sets and like free gift type of things that I've gotten along the way. I save these for travel and I use the heck out of them. So I have my Way hair oil, this little Tatcha cleansing oil, and a bunch of other skincare minis. For me personally, for my skin and my routine, it doesn't matter as much which brand or which product I'm using, especially just for a week of travel. For me, it's more important that I have all of the steps. So I have my makeup remover, I have a cleansing oil, I have another like gel or milky cleanser, toner, serum, eye cream, moisturizer. You get the gist of it. But if you are more specific on the types of products you have to use, like if you have a set routine that really really works for you, you can always just get some little mini jars for this very purpose and take a small version of your full-size product without having to lug a whole big full-size skincare routine around with you. So I just put all of that stuff into a plastic baggie just in case anything leaks. It won't get all over all of my makeup. Last time I did have a little spring of a leak on the way home, but it wasn't that big of a deal. And thankfully, all of my skincare stuff was in the Ziploc bag. So I'm sure there's some cool, cute option, but I just keep using the same Ziploc bag over and over again. It just lives in my little travel makeup bag. So maybe I'll find a cute little travel option one day and be a real fancy influencer. But for now, it's just a Ziploc bag for me. And then I'm going to pack some makeup wipes. I don't really like to use these on my face, but I just use them while I'm applying things because I do like to apply and blend a lot of things with my fingertips. And I like to, clean up my area, wipe down my palettes, wipe down my little travel makeup bag. So I do like to have those just handy. And that's all I'm going to put in the large section of this bag. And then there's like a little flat section on top where I'm going to pack a lot of my tools and brushes. And I'm also going to put my brow products here just because they're small and I don't want to lose them rattling around in the bottom of the larger part of this compartment bag. So I'm going to add my brow pencil, my favorite tweezers, my little baby scissors, and then, I have a little brow brush and I am extra. I will travel with 2 different brow gels, but these brows, they need all the help they can get staying in place, especially when we're running around traveling in some warm weather. I have my Flawless Finishing Touch. I love this thing. I talked about it years and years ago in a video on my channel, and I have remained wholly devoted to this product. I raved about it in my review video then. That one that I used years ago in that video actually died, and I bought another one of the exact same thing. So, still a staple product for me. Absolutely stand by this. It's a hair remover, like a facial hair remover. More tools and brushes. Of course, I need a lash comb. I have a couple of my favorite face brushes. I've really been enjoying this BK Beauty 101 brush for foundation. My big, huge powder brush I've had forever. I need a blush brush. I need a bronzer brush. I know this is supposed to be a blush brush, but I use it for bronzer. Do you? You can live however you want. I have a stippling brush for my cream blush and this little tapered brush for highlighter. That is an under eye setting brush. And then I just have a little selection of eye brushes. Some are from ColourPop, some are from Singe, and some are from Real Techniques. This is all I need. I, again, was a chronic brush overpacker, but this is more than enough for me, especially I can just wipe them off if I need to. I can use my makeup wipes to switch the color if I need to. And as you can see, this is not over full. It is pretty heavy, but it's not over full. There's plenty of extra space if I wanted to throw in a Super Shock highlighter or a little liquid blush or, something. If you wanted to add more, if you wanted to have more lip colors or another foundation or concealer or whatever it may be, there is still more room in here. I was just trying to be as low key as possible, and this was more than enough for me. I used everything. I didn't have anything extraneous, but I still felt like I had all the options I needed. I liked my makeup every day. I felt very comfortable using these products, and I was really proud of myself that I didn't overpack as well. So this was really my perfect makeup bag for a week. Maybe you need more, maybe you need less, but for me, this really was the sweet spot. I really hope that you found this video helpful for your next travel makeup packing experience, or at least I hope you just had fun hanging out with me today. I will link everything down in the description box, including my other travel videos. I'll try to link all of these products, including this makeup bag, which is just the perfect size to keep me from overpacking, but it really holds everything I need. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you an overpacker? Have you got it down to a science? I always love to hear what you think about things, what your favorite products are. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And I love your face so much. Bye.